Welcome, flip-clock fans. We're looking at a Copal model 225. I've seen this on eBay for quite a while and I always thought it was a strange shaped clock. So we got a hold of one and brought it into Flip-Clock Fan Studios. And no, my hands are not gigantic. This is a small clock, and I really did think this was a more normal size clock when I've seen it before, but it's smallish. It measures about 4 3/4, maybe about, or you could say 123 millimeters, more or less. It's about 2 3/4 inches high. But it's hard to measure this clock because as you see it's a very strange shape. So our width here is about 7 centimeters. So it's a small clock. It's on par with the Copal 222. But this is the Copal 225. This is the 12-hour version, 60 Hertz, 120 volts AC. And it's pretty obvious we're going to have to take these screws out to take it apart. And yes, we're taking it apart, of course, because that's what we do here at Flip-Clock Fan Studios. But there's a reason for that. This clock seems to be running just fine, but as you can probably tell, it's got some yellowing. So we're going to clean it and we're going to whiten the clock. Not in this video, but we're going to take a look at how to take this thing apart. For anyone out there who may be considering disassembly. That just pulled right off. It's one of the knobs that has a metal band on there to hold it on. And I'm just taking my time here to make sure I don't do something weird, but there it is. It just pulls straight up. It just comes right off. There's a couple tabs right there. Seems to go into the top, so pretty straightforward there. Nothing to write home about. And this mechanism, I like that. The cord actually can be slid out here and the whole mechanism removed. We would remove those bottom screws. And there's the neon glow bulb. Looks to be in pretty good shape, and the motor spins great. Now this is just a felt covering. It's probably, well, I had to find out, so I took it off. It's for a lever, where some countries would have, say, 220 volts, and they'd either be running 50 or 60 hertz, and so this clock doesn't have the ability to switch between that, so they covered it up. And you look at this front piece here, and you can see some brown glue in there. They've glued these tabs down here, and I could go through and maybe try to cut that loose, but really I don't know that glue is doing anything. When I'm looking at these tabs, they are integral to the black part there. So I don't want to snap those. So what I'm going to do, I think, is give them a little pressure here. And as I'm pulling down, I'm going to actually pull up on the white cabinet here, so that I don't have to bend or break anything. And that did it. And I'll go ahead and push in at the top here on this side. And that was it. That was pretty straightforward. Wasn't bad at all. Okay, so this, we didn't bend anything. Still got some spring to it. So it'll be able to go back into the clock just fine. I keep having trouble knowing which end is up on this clock. It's such a strange shape. It's really kind of neat. That needs to be cleaned. Now that is a real little bit of flashing there that I don't think is going to make a difference. If I put it in the clock right, I don't think it's going to cause any problems. I don't think we'll be able to see it. So we'll go ahead and do reassembly here, just for the sake of posterity, in case anyone's wondering. It seats right in there very nicely. Yeah, if I keep that pushed down, you won't even see that flashing. And we go the back side first here, underneath those outcroppings. While I feel like I could just push it down and snap it right in, but I'm going ahead and raise up on the cabinet. I don't have a whole box of these sitting around. See, I always get that turn around. It's just it's a weird shape. It's not natural. Maybe that's why I like it. So that's it. That's the Copal Model 225. Nice little clock. Well, thanks for taking the time.
When you get the time, come visit us at flipclockfans.com.